Hi there. This question is pretty long, and more importantly, got to tell your child to stay cool, because when a child sees a long question, sometimes when they are not used to long questions, or they didn't really have a good past experience working with long questions, they start to freak out. Okay, so how to remind your child to stay cool and practice our KCNSU. K stands for keyword, N stands for numbers. So underline all numbers and keywords. Okay, so in this case, a tour group spent a total amount of $896. Please underline this for cable car tickets to Sentosa. Oh, my girls love it. In the group, the ratio of the number of adults, yes, take note, ratio, circle adults, to the number of senior citizens, circle senior citizens, to the number of children, circle children as well, and underline the ratio 3:2:5. Then the ratio of the amount spent, take note, amount spent on the senior citizen to the amount spent on the children was 3:5. Please circle 3:5 and underline plus circle amount spent, because the ratio here is different from the previous one. Continue. Let's continue. The amount of spent on the senior citizen was half the amount spent on the adults. So in this case, I want you to take notes that when you see something like this, half, and then half, and then you have senior citizen, and then you have adults here, please strike this away. Okay, strike this away, and then you change this to half. Then you circle 1 and link to here, and circle 2 to link to here. Okay, something that should be practiced from now onwards. Then let's continue. Given that the price of a child's ticket was $16, find the total number of people in the tour group. So in this case, let's start to solve it. I think what strikes out is that there are different ratio combination of number of adults to senior citizens to children, and then another ratio. So I guess it has to do something with units times value, then solve by grouping, but I'm not very sure yet. So I'm speaking out loud right now to share with you my thinking process, because it doesn't mean that whatever we're sharing straight away is the key to the door. So sometimes we need to talk it out and then realize that we are wrong to find something that works right. Okay, hope it makes sense. So, but whatever the case, the solving technique is the same. Let's try to write out what we can gather. So we have A is to S is to C is to T for total, and we have 3:2:5:10. Okay, then next we also have senior citizens price ticket to children to adults might as well, then to total. Okay, then we have 3:5. Then next one we have 1:2. Okay, so again, something interesting here is it tells you it's repeated identity, and normally what we go about solving is we make it the same. So we have 3:5:6. Okay, and next that mix up to 14U. Okay, so the thing here is something very interesting. We have two ratio, but I really want to point out to you that this can be or should be called as units and all this as parts, so that you do not get confused. Because the moment when you start to call these units and these units as well, you start to ask yourself, so what's the relationship? So to avoid that pitfall, let's simply call these units and parts. Okay, so next, now again, we haven't really solved it yet. This is worth 5 marks, so I think it is worth more thinking through. So again, can you see this? Okay, 14 units. Let's see what numbers can we use to solve and start to work on. And the thing now is we have one which is 896, which is the total amount spent on the tickets. Oh wow, we managed to get this right. Okay, so we can say this is equals to 14 units. And again, I want to minimize unknown. I just can move on and find that 1 unit is equals to $64. Okay, so and next one is I know the price of a child's ticket, which is okay, let's say let's label it as 1. And can you see this? So I can find the total spent on the children's tickets, which is 5U, and so it's 5 times 64, which is 320. Okay, now again, not there yet, but we are doing well. Okay, so they want us to find the total number of people in the tour group. Total number of people in the tour group will be looking at 10 parts here. So this is something that I want to find, right? So let's see how we can go about solving backwards. Does it remind you of working backwards? Yeah, so something that you have to hang on there. And in fact, this shared by one of our P6 girl. She said that solving maths is a test of your mental power. Yeah, coming out from a P6 is pretty awesome and amazing. And so let's continue. So number of children, because we know the price of each child's ticket, so we can just take 320 divided by $16, and using my calculator I know it's 20. So we are moving on because this is actually the number of people. Okay, so 5p is actually 20 from here. Okay, so 5p is equals to 20, 1p is equals to 4. Again, p stands for parts. Then we have 10 parts, which is what we want to find here, and is 10 times 4, which is 40, and this is my answer. So again, this kind of question is a test of your skills in manipulating different concepts at different point in time, because you can see here this is repeated identity, quite similar, and then you need to know how to manage two different sets of ratio by naming them units and parts, and then you need to really work forward and then finding the total amount spent for by the kids, and then finding the number of children in the group, and then again working backwards by using by linking this number to 5 parts, and then you find the value of 1 part, then you find 10 parts, which is your answer.